What up, guys? Welcome into the Overwatch 2 Season 12 Yap video. We're going to talk about stuff today. Sorry this video was scuffed as hell, but hey, hope you guys enjoy it. Yap. Alrighty, so, Overwatch 2 Season 12 is coming towards an end, and I figured I'd do an initial review on the entire season and kind of just go over things. This is like my second take doing this. The last take I did, the video was like 1 hour and 30 minutes, and I'm trying not to make this a long video, so we're just going to go over everything that happened this season and kind of basically give my thoughts on it. So, you know, before people go, why is your opinion different to mine? I'm a Lucio player, so I'm going to be more biased towards Lucio things. I play ranked in top 500, so, you know, the balance is going to also be completely different compared to how it is in Platinum, Bronze, Diamond, all this sort of stuff. The same with the gameplay elements as well. Things are going to be very, very different, but I'll try to look at things from a different perspective when I can. But let's talk about Overwatch 2 Season 12. Was it a good season? Was it a bad season? Give my honest opinion of it straight from the start. It's a pretty decent season, and I'm not sure if I think it's a really good season because Season 11 was really bad. I'm gonna be fully real, I didn't like Season 11 at all. I didn't like the Battle Pass theme. Hi, Widow. I didn't like the style of the season. I did not like the balance of that season, and I just felt like the content in that season was also pretty average. I think the stuff that was only really good about that season was the Transformers collaboration, Runasapi, you know, new push map, and Juno's playtest, which breathed some new life into the game for like 2 days, and then she was gone, and the game felt absolutely terrible again. If you guys didn't see it, I made a 6v6 video on the main channel, because I was that bored of Overwatch Ranked. I was not having fun at all. The game was really unfun, and I was just like, okay, let's just get my viewers into a custom game. We'll just mess around in 6v6 and see how fun it is. And I like playing it a lot. I don't want to talk too much about 6v6 in this video, so I won't go too much of it. But if you guys want to hear me yap about it for a little bit, maybe get another creator on, you know, let me know, something like that, right? But let's talk about the first thing that came with this season, the big hype, and that was Juno. Juno, the newest support character. This character was kind of basically said in the community to be like the Lucio killer, the replacement of Lucio. And I kind of saw it happening. I just kind of saw it in a way. But to go over the character very simply, she has a speed ring. She's got long range healing that is hit scan and also damage. She doesn't have headshot damage, so she's kind of similar to Ana in some extent, but she has pretty good mobility. She has a double jump in her kit. She has very, you know, flat movement in the air, which on paper it seems like, oh, well, if you're just in one like direction in the air, or like one sort of like field, I don't know how to say it, like axis of what's the axis, X, Y, something like that, you should be easy to hit. But most of the time when I've gone against Juno's Lucio, they all have very good movement. They know how to pretty much be super unpredictable. It's pretty much like Mercy's Guardian Angel on absolute crack. It's absolutely crazy, just with more freedom, I guess, is the best way to put it. But my honest opinion on Juno, I think she's really good. I think she's a great addition to the game. They've honestly knocked it out of the park with her gameplay. It's honestly really fun. And you know me as like the Lucio guy. You mostly see content of me only playing Lucio, right? But I've sunk in a decent amount of time playing Juno this season. I've actually sunk in a decent amount for the first half of the season, and I kind of just picked it when I just felt like Lucio wasn't really useful. If you're versing comps where it's like Diva, Pharah, Echo, Mercy, you know, a lot of characters that are very hard to hit for a lot of projectile characters, you know, you're better off just going Juno, and you've got like someone flying in the air, you know, you can just lock on the missile, hit him with that, and that's 85 damage. And you know, if you have decent aim or if you have the good range, you can burst him down very quickly, as long as you have just a tiny bit of follow-up. So she was pretty much just a better version of Lucio when it came to fighting a lot of like projectile flying characters, so that was really good. Another thing as well is that she just feels very satisfying to play. Like hitting a whole bunch of torpedoes and locking onto people just feels really nice. The sound effects with the speed ring and like the whole effects of it look really cool. And her ultimate is just, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. It's broken. It's absolutely busted. It's by far reminds me of Season 1 Kitsune Rush, where you had insane fire rates, insane cooldowns, and pretty much if the enemy team didn't have a Kiriko while your team did, you win the fight no matter what. And that's kind of how Overwatch Ranked is in the high ranks at the moment. It's like, if your Juno has ult and the enemy team doesn't, you just win that fight no matter what. They can disengage and try to get away from it, but more than likely, by the time you use it, and since it comes out very quickly, you're gonna get a kill in time. That damage boost hits like very quickly as well. And it's an insane like saver as well, with like the 100 healing per second, 30% damage boost. It's nuts. It's absolutely crazy. And I've been playing a lot with Aspen recently. Aspen plays Juno, I play Lucio, so we run the Juicio combo, right? That's what we've been calling it, right? And the whole idea around it is I go do my own thing as Lucio. I run around, I'm not really healing like a crazy amount, and then Aspen kind of focuses on the healing a lot. And then it comes to the point where the enemy Juno simply cannot keep up because the other support is healing as much as the Juno, so they can't build ults as fast as as Aspen is on Juno. It's an insane strat. It just works. It's insanely broken, and if you think it's kind of stupid, we got to champion doing that strat. The rank that I've been struggling to get to ever since Season 9, I got to by hard trolling with Aspen. It worked. It was a broken strat, and somehow it actually worked. So, is Juno going to get nerfed next season? Yeah, she's getting nerfed next season, 100%. I will be kind of shocked if she doesn't, but I think this character is really strong, but I don't think she's broken or unfun to play against. I don't really find this character annoying. Like, if she kind of kills me in a 1v1, I'm like, okay, you know, whatever, it is what it is. I think the only thing that's kind of annoying about her kit is obviously her ultimate is a little bit too strong, and of course the torpedoes deal a little bit too much damage, because I think the damage scale in this is about 85, or it's like 75. It's between like 75 to 85, somewhere around there for the damage aspect of it. So I could just see it going down by like 5 or 10 damage, and then the ult being reduced to maybe like a 25% damage boost or a 20%. And Juno will still be very good either way. She'll still be a very popular pick in the meta. So it's not like, you know, a little tiny nerf is gonna like be the end of the world of her, because she's a fun character. People are gonna like playing this character, and they're not gonna put her down because she's by far one of the most funnest supports they've added for ages, and that's a character mobility. You know, it's fun. That sort of thing is really, really good. So yeah, Juno's a good character. My only problem with this character is I kind of wish she had a ledge grab. There's so many situations in some maps where you double jump to try and like get up to an area, but it just doesn't work. You kind of have to like angle it almost perfectly. Like, you can make this jump very lightly, but most of the time you kind of have to waste your shift and like go up against the wall to rub against it. I kind of find that a little annoying, and I kind of wish a shift had the ability to just go downwards a little bit, or if I could like just, you know, hover down a tiny little bit, because there are situations when you want to go under something, but instead you go over it, and it can kind of cause like ways for you to get caught out of position and die. Okay, that's the Juno talk. I don't think I'm missing anything else. Yeah, she's a cool character. Oh, wait. Alright, I have a crazy hot take, and people are gonna, you know, people are gonna come for me for it. But hey, the past few support heroes have been quite young girls, right? We've had, you know, Juno, 19-year-old. We've had Iati as an 18-year-old. Kiriko as a 21-year-old. Let's get some older women next, all right? I want some older women in this game. I want more older women in this game, okay? Overwatch is one of those games that's super cool because you have the insane diversity. You've got the 60-year-old. You've got the insane guy. You've got the American. You know, you've got some insane diversity across this entire roster. We've just added like 3 back-to-back almost teenagers, kind of like teenagers going into their 20s. Look, I know it's a hot take, guys, but I would like the next support character to be an older woman. Someone who's like 45 or something like that. Is that too much to ask for? Okay, if you don't agree with it, you can cancel me. I don't care. Okay, moving on to the next subject.
And our next pharaoh is over there near some tents.
Flanking.
Hey, I think I know who the next pharaoh is.
Oh, Lord.
Alright, so let's talk about the Battle Pass and the shop skins this season. Get into it, alright? I want to yap a little bit about the Battle Pass and kind of how I feel about this season's one. So, yeah, the theme for this season was Egyptian mythology, right? This season's Battle Pass is kind of all over the place. You've got Oni Anna, which I'm not sure if this relates to Egyptian mythology. It's a cool skin regardless. I think it looks absolutely sick. It looks really cool. Even with this, you know, gun on it. Oh, gosh, look at how good that gun looks, man. Sleep dart looks sick. Absolute insane color scheme. I like it a lot. And then you have the Iati skin, which is beautiful. It is by far one of her best skins they've released for her. Well, I don't know, like every single Iati skin is cooked, man, like cooked in a good way, sorry. Every Iati skin just cooks like absolute crazy. I don't know what they're smoking over there, the Overwatch team, but they never miss with this character, right? Then we had Dorothy Ash, which I don't know what she had to do with the pyramids, but hey, yeah, it's still a cool skin regardless. You got Tin Man Bob, yeah, cool. And then unfortunately, does the Overwatch team just hate Zarya or something like that? Yeah, I'll be honest with you guys. I hate playing against this character in game. I wish I could boop her damn bubbles, bro. 2 25-second bubbles. They decided to buff it, and it's like, great. Now I have to remember when her bubble ends, and my muscle memory is ruined because I know the 2-second time frame perfectly, but now I have to wait an extra 25 seconds. Drives me absolutely insane. But hey, let's give Zarya another free epic skin instead of giving her a legendary skin. You know, I don't know, it kind of annoys me this character doesn't really get much love because it kind of feels like there's some good opportunity for stuff for this character. But I don't know, they kind of miss every single time, and it's quite unfortunate because it's like, you know, this character is just like, yeah, free epic skin, woo! And then we had Mummy Baptiste. which is another epic skin for the Egyptian mythology season, I guess. And then you have SpongeBob SquarePants Sigma, which I don't know what he has to do with Egyptian mythology, but it's a cute skin regardless. I like the way his balls look, so, you know, that's cool. And then we had Polar Lucio. Wow, oh my god, a Lucio skin, guys. Being fully honest with you guys, I don't really like this skin that much. I think it's cute, I think it's cool, but I'm honestly so tired of Lucio getting so many epic skins every single season. If you are curious, Lucio has the most epic skins out of any character in Overwatch 2's history by far. He's pretty much the Kiriko, Genji, Reinhardt, Mercy, and whatever popular character that gets a whole bunch of skins every season of epic skins. He gets so many epic skins, more than anyone else in the cast, and I kind of wish he didn't. I wish some other characters got some epic skins. Maybe Juno gets an epic skin, maybe Venture gets an epic skin. I mean, Venture already has an epic skin, but you know what I mean. Something like that, right? I'd rather just get like a legendary every like season or two, or like every 2 seasons or something like that. So then it's just like, oh cool, another epic skin. Hopefully next season he gets something cool, maybe Vampire Lucio, but who knows? He probably won't get anything for the Halloween thing. I don't know, man. And then of course we had Bass Doomfist, which is pretty cute. I like this skin a lot. I think it's a pretty good, cool Doomfist. I like the way he looks. I like the little ears he has going on. It's very nice. It's very cute. Yeah, and then, but my thing is that I kind of dislike when the Egyptian mythology skins have been put down to like the epic tier and they're not made into like legendary skins. I feel like Apep Zarya, you could have definitely done a lot more to make it feel more legendary. At least the gun looks really cool. You know, that's something that's really cool. Same with Mummy Baptiste. I wish there was a bit more to this, you know, and once again, the gun looks absolutely phenomenal, which is also really cool. So that's the one thing that's kind of cool about the skin, these skins. At least the guns look really cool. But I feel like when you market a season to be like the Egyptian mythology season, and then most of your Egyptian mythology skins are just epic skins, I feel like it can kind of just be a little bit annoying to players, because it's like, okay, well, you know, I bought this battle pass, but instead I get Dorothy Ash, but this doesn't have anything to do with Egyptian mythology. Maybe there's going to be an epic skin or a shop skin or something like that. Hopefully I'm getting my point across. I'm not saying these are bad skins, but I feel like these could be worked up to legendary in some sort of way, right? Or, you know, maybe give Zarya like some cool mask that relates to Egyptian mythology. Who bloody knows, right? Okay. And then for shop skins, and I was sitting here thinking, like, what other Egyptian mythology skins do we get this season? And I think these were the ones that were it. We had the Fire skin, we had the Ana recolor, and then we had Genji wearing this skin. So we had Egyptian Dinner Party Mega Bundle. Like, these skins didn't come out until the end of the season, which I was like, oh, okay. But we did have a lot going on at the start of the season. We actually had the Seraphim skins come back very early into the season, which, honestly, I was very surprised about. I was like, oh, these actually came back. I never thought they'd bring back collaboration skins in the future. I thought it was just going to be a one-time thing and they never come back, but it's because, you know, Crazy by Le Seraphim released, it started like streaming and came out, so, you know, it was a good time to make these skins come back. Great song, by the way. I'm a big Le Seraphim fan now because of these skins, and I saw him live at BlizzCon. It was sick. I hope you're jealous, K-pop fans. I saw Le Seraphim probably before some of you, so I'm not trying to start beef. I'm just having some fun. Anyways, it was nice that these skins came back, so that's really cool. But yeah, once again, it felt like a lot of skins relating to Egyptian mythology just didn't really exist this season. I mean, we still have some more skins coming out this week. You know, for example, we have a lot of recolors, like a crazy amount of recolors. Like, this skin hasn't come out. This Bastion skin, did this even come out? I didn't remember if it was even in the shop. Same with the Sombra skin as well. Like, we have a lot of Magma skins, so it's like, we have a lot of skins coming. I mean, who knows, guys? Maybe the anniversary shop's gonna come back in the last week, and we can get these skins for free. Sorry. I shouldn't joke on the channel. You know, jokes are really bad. But yeah, so, you know, there wasn't really many Egyptian mythology skins this season, and there was like a lot going on with just a lot of re-release of old skins, right? We also had the return of a lot of Overwatch League skins. A lot of Overwatch League skins have come back because Overwatch League tokens no longer be sold after December 9th, and, you know, most of these skins will either be gone to the vault, or, maybe they'll just re-release in the shop in the future. Hopefully, these skins just come back in the future and don't become a thing that becomes gate-kept. Because I don't really like it when people gatekeep skins in Overwatch. I think it's really stupid. Like, for people that didn't know, like, Lucio's Dance Party mode actually came back to the shop. If you haven't gotten it yet, you can get it by going to, like, filters, Overwatch League, and then you can buy it. I made, like, a post on Twitter showing you how to get it. So that was really simple, and people were very happy that they could finally get a hold of it, because I'm not one of those guys who's going to gatekeep a Lucio skin. I'm not going to flex being like, yeah, guys, I got the Disco Lucio skin, because that skin also came back too recently with the anniversary update, so that's really cool. yeah, I'm yapping a little bit too much about skins, but I only bought like 2 skins this season, and that was Formal Wear Mercy. I like this skin a lot, man. I think it's cute as hell. I think it's so damn cool. I love it so much. I didn't even play Mercy. I don't know why I bought it, but I was like, it's pretty. It's really pretty. So I got it, and I guess I'll probably get the Widowmaker skin when it drops in a few days, whenever that comes out. But we also had the World of Warcraft X Overwatch collaboration. Guys, I don't play World of Warcraft, right? So, you know, I'm not going to be like, oh my god, oh! But I understand that it's a big thing for a lot of people. A lot of people grew up with the game in, like, their teenage years, and most of those people are older now, and all this sort of stuff, right? And all this, I'll be fully real with you guys, the only skin I care about is the Widow skin. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. But they also gave some new emotes with it, which is hilarious. This is by far one of the best emotes they've ever added, and they made Widowmaker more expressive, which is awesome. I like it when characters have more expressive and more emotion in their, like, animations and all that sort of stuff. I think it's really cute, right? And it's like, it's got ahead, like, it's like, this is such a dumb emote. The player base absolutely loves these dumb, goofy emotes. So where's the Lucio T-posing emote? I know you guys patched it out a while back, but I think it's time we just start adding T-posing emotes to the game. Emotes that just make no sense, that are incredibly stupid, and are just there for fun, right? Chuck a Lucio T-posing emote in the shop, put it up for like 300 to 500 coins, and trust me, you guys will make millions. You will be able to fund like a TV show that won't get cancelled by Netflix, and you'll be all good after that, okay? No worries. All right, sweet. Okay, let's stop yapping about skins. Oh, wait, sorry. Last thing. The Mythic skin. So Mythic Reaper and Mythic Ana. I don't want to talk too much about these skins. I like the Reaper skin. I think it's cool. You know, yeah, someone's going to be in my ear tell me that Ramatra should have gotten the skin. Yeah, I think Ramatra should have gotten a skin for this season. I think it's a total miss by the Overwatch team by not giving Ramatra any sort of skins that relate to Egyptian mythology when some of his original concepts were with Egyptian mythology. I think it's a big miss, but regardless, the Reaper skin is still very, very cool. It's a great skin. Very, very good. I'm not going to go all the way to the end because my one problem with this skin is you can't change the weapon at all. You can only change the color of it, and I think that's kind of a miss. You know, I was just like halfway through it, and I was like, wait, I didn't even get weapon upgrades. This sucks. I was like, I should have just stuck with level 1. I was just going to stick with level 1 and then just not go any further because I was like, I like the way these guns look, so like, I'll stick with them. So now I lost 10 prisms. Oh my god. But then we have the Art of Midnight Sun, Mythic Weapon. I'm not going to talk too much about this, but the weapon is really well designed, super cool. But I'm going to complain about this and just say, I don't think flourishes like these, for example, should be locked away to these skins. I mean, if you're going to lock them away and make people buy them, at least let people like flourish on other weapons too, that other like Ana skins and all that sort of stuff, so they're not stuck using the same Ana gun like permanently. Because people probably want to flip around their sleep dart with the Cabana Ana skin or something like that. I don't know why it's just limited to just this one skin. I kind of find it annoying that it's only on this one skin alone. The same thing the Ryan one, but yeah. All right, I yapped too long about skins. I think I've yapped about for 10 minutes. So sorry. Okay, let's go. Oh, and one more thing about skins. I hope Ramatra gets the Mythic skin next season, or at least a legendary skin of some sorts. I want Wizard Ramatra. It'll be the skin of all time. It will probably be one of his best skins ever, and he deserves it. Simple as that. It might be Diva, and against all odds, because I'm very scared about it and I don't want to manifest it, it might be Wrecking Ball. Because someone thought up the idea, what if there's a Cauldron Wrecking Ball skin? And I said, but for other heroes, they're going to get skins next season. Witch Sombra, obviously. Ashe will probably get a skin. Lucio will probably get another epic skin. Juno's going to get a Witch skin. Kiriko, Witch Recolor number 2. New Witch Mercy skin. Moira skin. And of course, who else but Torbjorn? Yeah! And Reinhardt's going to get another skin this season as well. Okay, alright, there's my predictions for all the skins. And moving on. Okay, so let's talk about Clash. And I'm on the freaking wrong map. Oh my god.
Doesn't answer any.
This game mode sucks. I'm just kidding. So let's talk about Clash, okay? The newest game mode came from Overwatch 2. It's basically like push, but with control points, right? It's a very tug-of-war-like game mode. I don't need to explain this game mode to you guys because you probably all know how it works. But if you don't, you capture the middle point, and then you go to the next point. But oh no, the enemy team captured this point. Now you go back to the middle, and then they capture that point, and then they go over here, and then they go over here. And then it's whoever gets to, like, 5 points wins the game. It's a very straightforward and simple game mode. And the Overwatch community doesn't really like it. And I've kind of just been trying to grasp why. And when I was playing through, like, in lower ranks, I was trying to place my DPS and my tank. And then I found out, for some reason, I'm placed at plat for tank. Guys, I think that's a bug. Anyways, I found that Clash games in lower ranks feel very nightmarish, and I feel it like is very annoying compared to the higher ranks. So I haven't been able to understand that why people didn't like it that much. And to summarize it, it's a stompy as hell game mode. It is a game mode where a lot of the times it's either drawn out for a very long time, for like stalling points for a super long time, or it's just you just get mega stomped. You just get hard stomped. The game is over in 3 minutes, and that's it. It's all done and dusted super quickly. For me, for example, I've had a lot of fun games on this game mode this season, which is quite unfortunate because it's like, oh man, I don't understand why people don't like this game mode that much, but I think my experiences are way different to everyone else's. I'll probably put some footage up on screen, I guess, but I've had a couple of games this season where the games have been very close, very intense, and just being that close and exciting, it's kind of driven back a lot of real fun excitement that I haven't really gotten from a lot of like overtime fights or last point fights in quite a while. So I was very surprised by how much fun I was having with it, because a lot of the times when I'm streaming, people would be like, oh, you got Clash, this game mode sucks. And I agree, there's a lot of issues with this game mode. I think Hanaoka is a terrible map. I don't like Hanaoka at all, which, first off, I just want to say this real quick. This map is gorgeous. I think it's really cool. Hopefully we get a map of like Volskaya made into a Clash map, or even a control map, or a push map. And same with Lunar Colony. There's another map, but I'm not going to mention that name because a lot of people are going to get traumatized, especially the Overwatch 1 players, if I say the P word. Peanut! So what's the issues with Clash? What do people don't like about Clash? My honest opinion is that I really don't like Hanaoka. Hanaoka is one of those maps that I kind of just dread getting. I don't mind playing a game of Clash here and there. I think it's, you know, not the worst game in the world. New Junk City does exist in this game, and Dorado and Circuit Royale. Those game modes exist as well. Those maps exist. I think it's honestly, this map feels very closed in and claustrophobic for a lot of players, where if you're someone that's playing Ana, for example, you don't really have much space to kind of like get like a good angle without you getting jumped by flankers from all angles. And it's a lot of safety for a lot of flankers, I feel like, simply because you've got so much cover to play around here. You've got this high ground, so like if Ana is sitting over here, right, the chances are she's not really going to see you coming at all, unless you know, peek out a little bit further, right, so you can go all the way around and then get on the Ana, right? And then you have a little bit of safety here because you have the health packs. And then the same thing with this thing, angle as well, is that there's so much cover over here that it's very hard to predict flankers, right? So I'm guessing that maybe it might be an issue for people that play like low mobility characters, and then flankers and like Brawl is very good in this game mode, because most of the time people just play Reinhardt here, or they play Ram or anything like that, and their whole idea of winning this game mode is just staying alive and not feeding. Now, I have one very big problem with this game mode that has frustrated me a lot when I'm playing Overwatch Ranked, and that's invulnerability. This might come down more over to a balance issue, but in the top 500 ranks, I've had a lot of games where simply, if the enemy team is kind of struggling, they pick between 3 characters in the DPS category. They pick between Mei, they pick between Venture, or Reaper. And the whole idea around these 3 characters is just not dying and stalling the point as long as possible, right? So let's say we're trying to capture first point, right? It's like the last point, you know, it's 4-4, last point, and Mei's gonna come in. She's gonna stall for a total of 5 seconds, right? That's 5 seconds, you know, for the team to, you know, regroup and make their way back to the middle point. And then after that, it might be a Venture going in for it. And they're gonna sit on point for the 5 seconds as well. And then they also have like this little stall time at the end where they can sit on the point for even longer. And most of the time, I've had a lot of games where it's been Mei, Venture, and Reaper stalling the point for a total of like 10 to 12 seconds. And it is very, very annoying to play against, because what do you exactly do in that situation? Like, the enemy team is going to make it back. Maybe you could simply go forward and stop them from touching. But a lot of people are just stressing out. They want to capture the point, all that sort of thing, right? Maybe the counterplay is simply you just go Mei yourself and wall them off when they try to like touch the point, so you can stop them from using like invulnerability of points on point. But that means you gotta run a Mei yourself, and it kind of creates this annoying issue. So what am I getting at here? I'm not saying that invulnerability characters shouldn't be able to stall a point, but I feel like there should be some sort of like, at least, I don't know, maybe you capture the point a little bit slower if someone is stalling the point while they're invulnerable, so it still kind of creates that whole thing where like the enemy team can get back and all that sort of thing, right? I don't know, it's just like, I've just found it very annoying recently when enemy teams start running this Mei Venture comp, and the whole ability is just to kind of like stall point for a really long time, and like, since you're stalling for so long, you farm up ults and you win the game. Maybe it's a skill issue on my part. I'm not really sure. You guys can let me know, and if you want to call me an idiot, well, I mean, go for it. Whatever, who really cares? But other than that, Clash is... It's an interesting game mode. It's better than New Junk City. It's better than Circuit Royale from a Lucio player's perspective. And I like it simply because I'm a Lucio player, right? I like more brawly stuff. I like more fast-paced stuff. But hopefully, they do some fixes to this game mode. Maybe they make this map a little bit wider and not super closed in. But I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe something like that. Okay, let's move on. So let's talk about the drama this season. So Overwatch Twitter was a little bit angry because Mercy was being a bitch to Junkrat again. And...
Hey, boom, I've got all the letters, Susie. Blood clot. Fantastic. So I'll win, eh?
So, of course, let's talk about ranked and balance this season. Let's talk about the ranked stuff first. So they reset everyone's rank this season. Everyone was kind of reset back to the average with, like, the same MMR. And they had to climb all the way back up, right? It was a pretty interesting start to the season. I was actually hard start Grandmaster 5 for a good chunk of the season. You know, it was kind of just like a running joke in like my Twitch community and my Discord. And it was hard stuck GM5. I couldn't get out of there. I would go several streams where I would play for like 6 to 8 hours. I would finally get GM4 and then I'd just instantly lose it all the next day. It was very annoying and frustrating. But thankfully, after playing, well, I hate to say it, guys, I played a lot of games this season. I played, well, I think I'm ranked 69 right now. 69, oh my gosh. I played 504 games on Steve this season, only like 45 on Frogger, right? And I hit champion. I managed to finally hit champion. Me and Aspen pretty much do it all the way up to champion. It was an insane feat to actually hit because I never thought I'd hit it, at least for a couple of seasons, because that rank felt very unobtainable. And being fully honest with you guys, it was just a pure luck win streak. You know, obviously, we played our best. We did super well in these games. And a lot of the times, we were hard trolling games. We were throwing for content. We were messing around and having fun. And us messing around and having fun was probably the reason why we won most of those games. We never really, you know, we try not to take Overwatch rank super seriously. And we just play for fun, right? And that's kind of just how we got up to that rank. And I was like, okay, that's kind of surprising. This is a small criticism, and it's very small to the player base to complain about. But hitting champion kind of felt really unsatisfying, right? And I feel like it was because when I hit champion, I just still had that top 500 logo on my screen. And I was like, oh, you know, that's cool. And it didn't even show, like, the animation of, like, you know, Grandmaster moving into champion. I haven't actually seen, like, what it looks like yet. So, you know, I would like to see, like, the little animation that goes around it. And it's like, oh, well, you know, I hit champion. And then I lost it immediately after because the queue times in champion pretty long. It very, very bad. You cannot find games at all. Like, look at the support category, for example. You've got about 22 players in champion. Look at the damage category. You've got about 22. And then tank, you only have about 15 players that are in champion. There is not really much of an incentive to get to high ranks because there's no really reward for it. Okay, great. I get to champion, and then I just camp my rank, and then I get a title that just says champion support or champion damage or something like that, which is just a text on screen. I kind of like flexing that I got the bias record from playing the Seraphim game mode for like 50 games of it. You know, I'd rather flex that I played that game mode 50 times back to back than flex that I got champion, because I feel like if I use that in quick play or something like that, I'm gonna get hard targeted because I'm a champion player, and people are gonna be like, oh my god, that guy's champion. If I kill him and teabag him, that means I'm better than a champion player. Sorry, I'm just being like that. One time, I was playing arcade, and I had top 500 support in my title, and then I lost the game. It's like, wow, I can't believe you're top 500. You suck, man. I was like, okay, my bad. Sorry, bro. Yeah, but I feel like there isn't really much of a reward to get to high ranks. It's very, very pointless. Where I just tell a lot of people, you know, you're better off just staying in diamond or plat or gold and just playing to have more fun. If you climb, right? Don't stress too much about your rank. Just try to like have fun and all that sort of stuff, because there isn't really like a giant reward when you hit the high ranks, right? At least like now, until they add something good in the future. I guess winning games is good for your Jade weapon, right? And then we had the Drives event that happened this season. So this was a mini event where it was 72 hours over the weekend that just concluded a couple of hours ago. Basically, you know, you win games, you get some competitive points. You win some more games, you get some more competitive points. But if you win a lot of games, you get this little animated profile flare when you get to the max 1, which I honestly think is kind of cool. A lot of people in the Overwatch community think it's ugly because they don't like the color red. Red's one of my favorite colors, so I'm biased, unfortunately. But, yeah, I understand why people don't really like this that much. I think it's kind of just like, it clashes with a lot of colors. People like to have their little aesthetic on the profile. Like, this red doesn't really go along with the blue, maybe. And maybe they had, like, a profile that was, like, blue. Like, they had, like, this and this. Or like maybe they had like a green profile and then the red kind of just clashed with it because they didn't really like the color that much. So there was that, right? Did I not unlock the Juno thing? Okay, never mind. It unlocks in 14 hours. We're all good. I was like worried that I didn't even get the challenge done. Okay, so, all right, yeah, so we had that Drives event. It's a pretty cool idea. I think it's cool that they decided, how do we make Overwatch Ranked more appealing to players, for players to play at the end of the season? And it's give them rewards. But I'll be fully honest, I don't know why rewards like this aren't something that you can just gain throughout the entire season. I don't understand why me playing through the entire Overwatch season, the only reward I really get is more points towards my Jade weapon, and also a title that just says, hey guys, I'm a Grandmaster Support or a Diamond Damage, you know. I wish there was more rewards that players could get through playing competitive. I find it very irritating. I wish maybe you could get like a little animated name card or an animated icon or even like an animated spray like they did in Overwatch 1. I always kind of just dislike how competitive is a very popular mode in Overwatch 2, but there isn't really much reward for winning a whole bunch of games or getting to a certain rank. I mean, like, I don't know, maybe if players get to gold rank by the end of the season, they get like a golden version of one of the default Overwatch 2 skins. Like, imagine Lucio's Overwatch 2 look, right? But he's like super golden, you know, that'd be kind of cool. And then anyone above gold gets that skin. That would be cool, I guess. It's just a recolor, but it's free, so that's cool. All right. Okay, yeah, so there was that. It's a cool event regardless. A lot of people want to turn off this thing, so I'm going to tell you right now how to do it, right? If you go on in here and you go to signature, you can pretty much just turn it off, right? To like not have it show up in the HUD. And as well, if you're in streamer mode as well, you can also make it so it doesn't even show up on your screen at all, I think. Yeah, there we go. Now it doesn't show up. Now I don't have the thing anymore. It doesn't show up. So if you're someone that doesn't really like the whole color of it, or if you don't really like the whole animation stuff and don't really want you to show up for it, you have to search up signature to find it. So, you know, there's a thing for you guys. There's a cool little secret. All right, so that's it for the ranked stuff. Let's talk about balance. I'm gonna be honest, guys, I don't really have much to say about Overwatch balance this season. D.Va was super overtuned at the start, and she was very frustrating to play against, and oh my goodness gracious, she should have been nerfed a lot sooner. And they kind of did, and in high ranks at least, she's not really played that much. The current meta right now in high ranks is Orisa. Orisa has slowly crept back into the meta, and I absolutely hate it. They need to stop micro-buffing this character, because every time they give one little tiny buff to her, she starts becoming super useful. But I'm not sure if it's because the high rank meta at the time was, I think, Ramatra, Mei, Juno, and Brig as like the support comp, and then Tracer obviously still the best character in the entire game despite all the nerfs she gets given. You know, she's still very, very strong in high ranks. Mei's also really, really good now because I think her projectile headshot damage is like 175 headshot damage. She's very, very scary to verse, especially with like the invulnerability she has and how good Mei Wall is at the moment. So I wouldn't be surprised if she gets nerfed next patch. I wouldn't be surprised if Tracer somehow gets a nerf next patch. And I wouldn't be surprised if Orisa gets nerfed next patch. I wouldn't be surprised if Orisa gets a micro buff next patch again. And then she slowly goes into the meta more and more, and people start ripping their hair out again with a certain tank dominating the meta again. But hey, at least Roadhog's not meta, because I don't like Roadhog. He makes me really sad. I don't like getting one shot. It's annoying. Okay, sorry Roadhog fans. He kind of makes me really sad. I like the character. I think he's very cool. I think he's very cute. Love this little guy, you know, little cutie patootie. But in game, he makes me very angry. That's also a lot of characters in Overwatch in general. Anyways, yeah, balance stuff. I don't want to talk too much about it, but I'll just say with Lucio, he's the best he's ever felt. Not too strong, not too weak, in a very, very perfect spot. You know, he can finally boot tanks a little bit more consistently again with the tank knockback reduction, which is really cool. I'm really happy about this sort of thing. And yeah, I don't really have any issues with this character anymore. You know, he kind of just feels like the best state possible. The idea of putting characters down to 225 health for high mobility in compensation, they get a damage buff or a change in their kit, was a cool idea. Sombra got a nerf down to 225, so Lucio just domes her in 1v1s now. You know, I'm surprised that Junkrat and Genji didn't get changes to like 225 health and maybe get some like compensation buffs, because I know Genji isn't a super strong character or a super weak character. He's kind of just like an average character, right? I would like to see some changes to Genji in the future to make him a little bit more useful. Maybe make Dry Blade a bit more useful, and just, you know, but then again, maybe Nano Blade will become super broken, but who knows at this point, right? But Hanzo gets his one shot back, which is cool for the Hanzo players, like the 4 Hanzo players that kept complaining about it. And, yeah, was any other characters super annoying? I don't really think so. Okay. balance stuff done. Okay, let's talk about the last thing, and that's the Overwatch anniversary event that concluded off the Overwatch season. Yeah, the kind of acknowledgement around the Overwatch anniversary kind of felt a little bit annoying. There isn't even an anniversary shop. There isn't even really like anything with this anniversary event. It's just like the return of Overwatch League skins, the Egyptian dinner party mega bundle. Maybe something will change when the shop comes out in a few hours, and this video will just become absolutely obsolete. But yeah, this anniversary feels really weird. It's the 2-year anniversary of Overwatch 2, and it kind of just sucks. There wasn't even like a little mini anniversary shop where you could buy like maybe some older like Overwatch 2 skins. I know there's some skins that people probably want to get, maybe like the Robin Hood Ash skin from Season 1. Maybe someone would want that skin. Merry Outlaw. That's kind of a cute skin, with Bob having a little cheeky mustache, right? I think he's always had a mustache. Okay, but he's got an orange one. But, you know, maybe there's some cool skins that people would want from Season 1 in the anniversary shop. It's not like people are buying them, so I don't really know, man. But yeah, the anniversary event was kind of a disappointment. Hopefully next year they actually acknowledge that their game is turning 3 years old and give it a bit more attention, because that honestly kind of upset me. I kind of wish there was like a little graph showing how many players got boob kills, or how much damage was mitigated, or maybe how much healing was done over the year. You know, some little cool fun stats, and yeah. So that was kind of disappointing to see that the anniversary event wasn't really acknowledged with like a little video or like some funny tweets or anything like that. So that's quite unfortunate, or like even an anniversary shop. I think that's it from me though. How long is this rant in total? It's over 30 minutes. Okay, so the original one was an hour and 30 minutes, and I was yapping for way too long. This one is not as bad, so that's pretty good. Alrighty. Thanks for watching, everybody. Sorry for not yapping that much this season. I know people really want me to yap 24/7. If you want to hear me talk or something like that, you can come to my Twitch stream or something like that. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Much love. Take care of yourselves. Drink some water. All that sort of stuff. Peace!